Hey everybody, it's Julian from BD Cosmos. I'm back. We're going to do a new month of top 10 books to subscribe to. So we're now on Manage Comics 2.0 over on bdcosmos.com. So if you go to BD Cosmos and you click on this wonderful button, Manage Comics, it'll land you to the page, and then you can check out the February 2022 previews. So it's a calm Friday night. And I tell myself, hey, I got some time from home, and let's look up a couple of books that I feel are pretty cool and that you guys may enjoy reading. So just as we've been doing the last couple of months, this first video, we'll look over 5 subscriptions, 5 independent titles. So stuff from, I believe there's a book from Image, a book from Lunar, a book from Dynamite, a book from Boom Studios. There's another one I can't forget. And then in the second video, we will look over 5 superhero types titles, so from DC and Marvel, and then the obligatory trip paperback that I recommend each month. So let's do this. So like I said, Manage Comics 2.0 over on BD's Cosmos page. I also increased the screen size. It's where resolution zoom 150%, so it should show you the text a little bit larger. So the first book is from Scout Comics. It's pretty it's novel concept because it is a high fantasy series based out of Welsh and Irish folklore. So, as the text says, young Alec Ellis is granted magical gift on the Samhain Night. Scales of power on the island of Albion inadvertently shifted. So, like I mentioned, it has based on Celtic myths and legends. So Triskele is what really brought me was actually the fact that it specifically mentions visually stunning. So the art style, I'm very curious about the art style. It seems like something that I can pull out of a video game. That it'd be stunning in its own genre of based on the Celtic myths. So if you are a fan of the high fantasy genre, this might be perfect for you. Next up, he's back. I don't remember. There's most definitely been a Rocketeer comic book very long time ago. But it's been a long time if it has been, and we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of the first appearance of the character himself. So I believe if you are like me and grew up on the movie itself, kind of a cult classic, not necessarily one of the greatest movies of all time, but a huge fan base of people who did grow up on The Rocketeer. So this one is set on the character's, what's his name, Cliff, and they're doing, as it mentions, a great race. It's a race between California and France, so the fastest the airships can get to there. And so he feels like, it's time to take my girl to Paris. So it is a 5-part miniseries based on the character. So if you grew up and like to read more about the adventures of the Rocketeer, IDW has got you set up. This one's pretty cool. Steve Niles, the creator of 30 Days and Nights, a great vampire horror series, is doing a new horror series called A Town Called Terror, and it's kind of a weird setting. Part 1, because every issue will have a part. Henry West is brutally kidnapped in the middle of the night while his wife Julie watches, terrified. Henry awakens to the reality of his whereabouts, but Julie, with no evidence of the phantom crime, is unable to get help to search him. So he's stuck, he's caught, and he doesn't know how to get out of there, and his wife knows he's been captured, but there's no way to prove it, and no one believes her. So A Town Called Terror, very intriguing concept. So if you did enjoy 30 Days and Night, this is, well, that was a vampire story in the Antarctic. This is more Middle America type story with a horror fant, so might be perfect for you as well. So I was wondering why Invincible Red Sonja wasn't called Immortal Red Sonja. Now I know why. Dan Abnett, one of my favorite writers, writing Immortal Red Sonja. And the twist on this one is that it's not Sonja in Hyboria. It is Red Sonja in Camelot, in King Arthur's court, and so we're mixing this British heritage, British not history, but folklore, and so she seeks counsel with mysterious Merlin, and then she'll meet the infamous Green Knight as well. So, and also she's in the chainmail top that we haven't seen in a while, but I do know that it's from somewhere in particular. Anyways, that's what I read. The Nakayama main cover is really cool. I'm a really big fan of it, more so than a lot of the other covers. The Linsner cover is kind of good as well, but the Nakayama is my favorite of the covers. As always, you can check them out at Benning. Yeah, the Yoon is pretty good. And then you've got all these incentive covers. I'm subbing to this one. Well, I'm actually going to read the first one and make a determination out of that, so you can tell that I have pre-ordered the very first issue. Find out, but you can do the same thing if you're intrigued. This Merlin-esque story with Red Sonja. And then last up, we've got Vampire Slayer. It is the rebooted Buffy series. It leaves off straight where the last issue ended, which I believe was 36 or 35. And but it's, while it is Buffy and the gang, it is not Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy actually has her psyche reset by both Giles and the Giles and Willow, my lord. I swear I've watched Buffy. And so they reset her psyche, and instead of just being calm with herself, she forgets everything. So they're racing to get her memories back and to help her out. But a new Vampire Slayer is required during this time. So that's why it's called Vampire Slayer. So this is actually going to bring out either an existing Vampire Slayer that we've seen in either comic books or the TV show before, or it could be a brand new appearance of a brand new Vampire Slayer. So that's really cool as well. So if I've had a lot of people on a regular basis asking, oh, I want to read Buffy, but I don't know where to start. Well, there it is. Buffy Vampire Slayer #1. It's still the Scooby Gang, but there may be someone new in the mix. So here we go. Vampire Slayer beginning in April. So that's it, folks. We're going to see each other real soon for 5 more series to subscribe to for the month of April. And we'll see each other real soon. Have yourselves a wonderful time.